They look quite aggressive at the front. That means you can still utilize the fast charging stations around the country. This is a 15.6-inch display. 3 fingers on the left and right to change your fan speed. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Hey guys, this is Jerry. Welcome to the channel. Today we're driving the all-new BYD Shark 6. What a cool truck. Not only it looks cool, the interior feels cool, but the technology itself is really amazing for what's underneath the chassis, what's underneath the body frame. Anyway, this is the BYD Shark 6 Premium. It's called Launch Edition in New Zealand market. This is the only variant that's currently on sale for the New Zealand market as well. You are getting 3 different colors. Black is one of them. You also get blue and white. The current pricing for this particular vehicle is $69,990 plus ORC for the New Zealand market. If you're looking to purchase one, specifically around Auckland, I would highly recommend Harvey at Andrew Sims North Shore. I'll leave all his contact details on the top of the screen, so he'll be your best BYD sales consultant. For the exterior dimension, this is more of a medium-sized pickup truck or ute, that's what we call it here in New Zealand. The overall length is 5.45 meters long, the width is just over 1.9 meters wide, and the height is again over 1.92 meters high. So it is a medium-sized truck, but slightly bigger than the most popular Ford Ranger and the Toyota Hilux in overall dimensions. The wheelbase stretched to 3.26 meters long. Overall design of the vehicle, they are quite boxy shape. There are some cutting lines over there, big BYD logo. This is the biggest BYD logo you can find on any vehicles BYD currently sells nationwide or worldwide pretty much. LED headlights at the front, the daytime running is in the center. At night, all these lights around here, even light bars in the center, plus the curve on the side, they will lit up so they look quite aggressive at the front. The front, I can't say it's like a Ford Ranger, but there are some design cues from a traditional pickup truck like a Ford Ranger, I would say. There are some intakes or a cooling system underneath overall, some plastic panels underneath with the silver trims underneath again. Fog lights is also available at the front. On the side, we are getting 18-inch alloys. This is the BYD alloys, of course. Continental tires are equipped for the New Zealand market, but you are able to option different tires or different wheel designs if you wish to. On top of wheels, we are getting the black trims over here, black trims underneath, plus the side steps underneath. These are all standard. The windmill cover is huge, plus you get NFC card readers. That means this is probably one of the first ute you can buy in New Zealand market with a card to start and to get in the vehicle. On the side, the door handles are chunky. A pillar, B pillar and C pillar, they are all plastic black panels. Roof rails is also black. On here, we have the AC charging and DC charging charge port. This vehicle is a plug-in hybrid vehicle, so it's still got the petrol motor at the front, plus battery and dual EV motor at the front, plus at the back. AC charging is up to 7 kilowatts and DC charging is up to 55 kilowatts. That means you can still utilize the fast charging stations around the country. Anyway, let's look at the back. So again, tail light looks really cool. It's got the full running tail lights at the back. Again, LED shape. It's got the BYD tech emblem over there. At the back, the BYD logo are built in through the bumper, so they are just curved shape. There's no color, of course. BYD Shark 6 logo underneath. They are black colored. And then on the left, that's the DMO all-wheel drive. The tow bar is considered as an accessory. Towing capacity is 2.5 ton and the payload is 750 kilograms. What do you think about the design? It's pretty chunky, it's boxy, just like what you expect on a pickup truck or on a medium-sized ute. So yeah, it's fun. I don't mind the design. The curved shape is fun. The front looks aggressive. It's boxy. Yeah, overall it looks great. I'm not a particular fan of the black color because it doesn't really show much of a contrast on the wheel design, on the side steps and things like that. I think personally I would prefer a blue or white color to be fair, but yeah, it's not a bad looking truck. Now let's go to the trunk or the bed. Double tap, you can open that. Soft opening, how cool is that? Deck liner is sprayed, so that's standard for the New Zealand market. It's going to be tough, durable. On the right, you are going to find 3 charging ports. How cool is that? They are all rated at 10 amps and the max is 6 kilowatts or 230 volts. So really cool. You can power up your tools, you can heat up your lunch, you can use a fridge, whatever you want at the back. On the left, you are able to press this button to open your lights. So that's really cool. You got dual lights, by the way, and they are white color as well. Looks quite premium, to be fair. I don't know the size, but the liter is about 1,200 liters when you get to the bed. Lifting this up, this is quite heavy. This feels chunky, by the way. Opening up is not electronic, but dropping down is electronic. You can control over here, control it on your key, control it on the front display. So that's good, not bad at all. On the left, that's your petrol tank, by the way. The petrol tank is 60 liters on this vehicle. Now let's look at the second row. First thing, side steps, they are standard, so stepping is fairly easy. You got the grab handle over here. Seats wise, they are vegan leather or synthetic leather, not genuine leather, with some orange to red color stitchings. And the seats itself is really good. You can see the base, you can see how soft and heavy they are, so they are nice. On the doors, on the top, you can find soft leather material on the top, leather material over here, some contrast stitchings and some contrast material over there. I really love these parts, by the way. Some smooth panels in the center, some smooth panel over here, plastic panels over there, plus underneath as well. Dyno audio is available for the premium using the Spec, by the way. Let's step inside. So the front has been set to my driving position. I'm about 178 centimeters tall or 5'10". I've got a good amount of legroom. The foot space is a little bit busy. The height isn't there, but it's okay. I can still play around with my feet. Let's put that way. Let's try the door. Very solid. Nice. That feels good. Storage on the door bin is big. Pockets over here, 2 air vents over there, storage over here. You've got another 3-pin charging over here. That's 230 volts, max 10 amps again. USB-A and USB-C charging again, that's available. Center armrest looks solid. Cup holders, they are quite square-ish size, but it's got rubber on the side. That's gonna hold your drink bottles and things like that. So overall at the back, really comfy. I've got a great amount of headroom too. Stretching my hands and arms, no issue at all. The seat base is good. There's no adjustments, but it's going to be very standard with all the other utes on the market. Speaking of the seats, you can drop the seats like this. That means you got your triangle warning sign over there, jack and tools, and to use your spare wheel at the back. Underneath the bed, of course. Tether points are hidden behind the seats, so if you do need to fit the baby seats, you have to drop the seats either halfway or some way to be able to get it hooked on. Anyway, pushing it back, that's pretty good. You can also lift the bottom up, but there is no storage space or anything like that. You can again hook this onto the seats, so you can, I guess you can put something over here that's a little bit wider, but it says no step on the top, so I guess you cannot load anything on the top. Same with the seat base, there is a small warning on the sign, it says do not load anything on top of the seats. Yeah, that's just the way. Next is the underneath the bonnet. We have a small 4-cylinder 1.5 liter petrol motor that's turbocharged, plus an electric motor at the front, electric motor at the back. Combined, you are getting 321 kilowatts of power plus 650 newton meters of torque. We're going to talk about that a little bit more when we start driving, but this is what the engine bay looks like. There's no storage since you still get the electric motor and petrol motor at the front. It's solid. Next is the front cabin. So keyless entry, keyless start is available, plus electric seats on both sides and the lumbar support. You've got heated and cooling seats at the front. There's nothing at the back, by the way. Seatbelt can be adjusted, that's really cool if you have different heights and things like that. Door bins feels great. It's very similar to the rear seats. Some, again, leather finish, contrast on the top, softer finish around the doors. They are really good quality, no issue at all. Plastic underneath, plus dyno audio underneath again. Let's step inside. By the way, the whole film I'm walking around the vehicle was actually on. That's how quiet this car is. Next, let's look at the steering. This is unlike any other passenger vehicles from the BYD. The steering looks quite different, quite chunky, and they are quite wide on the leather finish, everything like that. On the right, you get buttons to control your music, voice recognition, phone call, plus this button to control the panels on the right. On the left, that's your adaptive cruise control and safety driving features, plus this button to control the dashboard on information on the left. Underneath, two small switches. One is driving mode for your on-road driving. One is your terrain mode for your off-road mode. Off-road, you get mud, sand, mountain, and snow, I believe. There we go. And driving mode, you get eco, normal, and sport. Again, we are going to drive this car soon. There's also a small gap on the top, which looks really cool. Yeah, it's just a cool shape for the steering and feels chunky, feels kind of substantial, just like the UTE itself. On the right, we got light controls. On the left, we got wiper controls. Auto lights, auto wipers are standard across the range. In front of the steering, that's a 10.25-inch display. The display graphic looks fun. I would prefer this display compared to the BYD Seal or BYD C-Line 6. I don't know why, but just the graphic and all that things feels a bit more nicer overall, and the design itself is good. It's not too busy, but there are still many information available. In front of us, there's a heads-up display. I don't know if I can capture it on the camera, but when we start driving, you'll be able to see it. It's a 12-inch display and they look really big. So very helpful for the driving. On the right, this is also the first BYD for overseas market to have the facial detection monitoring system. So if you're not watching the roads, if you're not paying attention, if you're going on your phone, or if you're falling asleep, it's going to give you a warning on the dashboard. This is related to NCAP, so it's going to be on every single time when you start driving the vehicle. There's also a handle on the right, which is good because some other vehicles I've driven, if you have the facial detection, you don't come with the door handle anymore. So that's good with the handlebar on the right. Next, on the left, this is a 15.6-inch display. They are really nice, really easy to use, quite snappy for overall response. Again, you can rotate, but I do prefer this landscape way. Swipe down, you can have quick adjustments. And pressing this, you can change the wallpaper, even change the theme of how everything looks like. Let's say we can apply this, it's pretty standard. You have built-in navigation, wireless Apple CarPlay, and wireless Android Auto. Click here, you can have access to the vehicle settings. There are tons of settings you can set up. Under the energy, you can change the energy management, you can change the charging, discharging. The vehicle comes with the vehicle to load through the charging cable, by the way. You can even change the cluster in terms of the instrument cluster to make it full navigation or simple or off. So no notification at all. So adjustments, it's all by yourself. Again, you can change the intelligent chassis, so you can change the steering mode plus the brake assist mode. Even you can enable the comfort parking, which is really handy if you're driving stop-start traffic. Press this, you can have all your app trees. This is connected to the internet. There's OTA update, there's BYD stores, BYD assistance, and cameras over here, really good quality. Again, I've never found any BYD cars with issues about viewing on the cameras and things like that, so that's good. Oh, funny thing, you can change the settings and switch your colors. Look at that. Surprisingly, there is a red color available. Let me find it. But it's not currently available for the new market, and I think that's a light green color as well. But anyway, we can switch it to black since this is a black car. And look at that. That's amazing camera quality. Again, no issue at all. Aircon controls, there's not much direct buttons. You can press this to control your air cons and control your seats if you like. Again, cooling and heating are available at the front. But every single time I do a BYD video, someone will comment down below, you can use 3 fingers. So this time, I'm finally going to demonstrate that. 3 fingers on the left and right to change your fan speed. 3 fingers up and down to change your temperature. That's really cool. I love that. Thanks for letting me know, whoever were in the comments on the previous videos. You can also edit these home screens. You can add it over here to drag it down, plus and minus, whatever. There's also a karaoke available, by the way, just like all the other BYDs. And that's pretty much all about the screen. Next, if we move down, 2 big air vents plus a 50 volts charging port. They are active cooling, by the way, so it's gonna be really good for your phone. On the left, just the storage plus NFC card reader over here. Next, in the center console, we are going to get the gear shifter. They are electronic gear shifter. It's quite chunky, boxy, forward, backwards for reverse and drive. Top is for parking. On the right, volume control on and off, and front windscreen for the aircon. On the left, hill descendability, parking sensor, and traction control. You can control that. In the center, the first button is the orange or red button for your stop start, and then you can electronically open the tailgate at the back if you need to. Auto hold, HEV and EV mode switch, plus hazard light is available. Big cup holders over here, plus your key sensors if there's something wrong with the battery or with the key. Grab handles on the side, feels great. Again, textures and orange or red stitchings are available. Center console, they are quite deep, so storage, no issue at all. On the side, we are getting USB-C, USB-A, plus 12-volt socket for your charging needs. On the passenger side, a deep storage over here with the rubber liner underneath. Storage on the glove box is decent too. So yeah, interior-wise, the feel and quality is really nice. Speaking of quality, material on the top, they are still soft. I think they are plastic, but they are soft. You can see it's not hard at all. Look at the knocking sound. I'm not hurting my hands, and that's really cool. So everything about the interior is really good on this vehicle. It's surprisingly way too good for a pickup truck or for ute like this. It's something you don't expect on this price range, I suppose. Anyway, we're going to get on the road and test drive this car, see how it goes. All right, we are ready. Let's give it a drive. The electronic handbrake gets released automatically when you go different gears. That's pretty easy. Turning circle over here. It's actually not bad at all. For a big truck like this, turning circle is definitely acceptable. Next, let's talk about the drivetrain. Obviously, it's called DMO system. So the BYD Shark 6 that's available in New Zealand and Australia is DMI, Dual Mode Intelligence, where this one is called DMO, Dual Mode Off-Road. The system, how it works is fairly similar, to be fair. You are getting a 1.5 liter petrol motor at the front. It's turbocharged, 4-cylinder, that offers 135 kilowatts of power, 340 Newton meters of torque. Plus, you are also getting a big battery, 29.58 kilowatt hour to be exact. That is LFP BYD blade technology. Along with that, you are getting a front and rear dual motor, which is that EV motors, of course. The front EV motor offers 170 kilowatts of power and 310 Newton meters of torque, where the motor at the back offers 150 kilowatts of power and 340 Newton meters of torque. That means combined, you are getting a total of power output at 321 kilowatts of power plus 650 Newton meters of torque. It's very confusing, of course, but all you need to know is 0 to 100 kilometers of acceleration is 5.7 seconds rated by BYD. Someone has tested overseas in Australia, things like that. I think it's pretty close, and it is one of the fastest, if not the fastest, pickup truck on the market, of course. Next thing, the DMO just means all-wheel drive, so there's no two-wheel drive switch. When you drive the vehicle on the road, at the moment we're on EV mode, so both EV motor was working for us, and it's just really easy to travel. You can feel the acceleration, everything is really smooth, and the vehicle's power, I think it's ECVT transmission, and that means just smooth, no hesitation when you put your foot down. We are still driving under normal mode, but steering is changed to sport feel. Let's quickly switch these to sport mode just to give it a go to see how the sport mode reacts. Of course, we want to change the driving part to the HEV as well, so that means we are getting a combined better power, because if you switch to EV, only the EV motor will engage until to a certain amount the petrol motor will engage. Handling around these corners, it's a big truck and you can feel it. It's got 200 millimeters of ground clearance and handling is okay. I can't say it's soft, it's definitely heavier and a bit more substantial on the weight compared to the, let's say, the BYD Shark 6 or even the Seal. that's a good pickup. I didn't expect we are jumping off the line so fast. I thought I need to stop for the merging lanes, but wow, that is fast. And it's just so zippy around that corner too. I didn't expect, again, the power and pickup is so smooth around that surface. It's just, it's absolutely amazing, the amount of power. You can hear the engine noise once we start picking up, but at the moment it's still on HEV, it's still relatively quiet. When I press this button again, EV mode, no sound from the petrol motor. Talking about the EV mode, you can drive this vehicle up to about 100 kilometers under the WLTP conditions, from 100% to 25%. What the system does is it's going to reserve your battery level to 25% at default setting, so it's not going to drain less than 25% all around. Depends on the driving, depends on the things, just to help with the efficiency. Speaking of efficiency, the vehicle is rated to about 2 liters per 100 kilometers if the vehicle is charged. Or let's be honest, if I'm going to drive today for 50 kilometers, 60 kilometers, and the vehicle is charged, that's zero. It's absolutely 0 liters per 100 k's on the consumption. But if today you have not charged, the vehicle is only 25% for the electric power and drivetrain, you probably will getting around 7.9 liters per 100 kilometers. That's claimed by BYD. Depends on your load and things like that. You may get a little bit more, you may get a little less. Depends on how you drive. It's not bad at all compared to what the vehicle will be able to do for the acceleration. Even on 100 k's under the EV mode, you can feel the acceleration is really smooth. And 1, 2, 3, just instant go. I'm gonna slow down before I get any speeding tickets. Overall, the ride quality on the motorway, it's so good. It's so satisfying. It's just simply driving like a big SUV, and I don't think any other ute will be able to ride this softly on the road like this. It's comfy, it's quiet. The suspension setup is a double wishbone suspension at the front, plus another double wishbone suspension at the back. They are independent suspension, by the way. Unlike some other utes on the market, this is quite a different setup compared to, let's say, a Ford Ranger or Toyota Hilux and things like that. The reason being, I think BYD's approach for this vehicle is more over towards a lifestyle. I know they're advertising this vehicle to be off-road machine, full drive, monster and things like that. I just think this car will be perfect for a daily drive. If you need to tow small things, which is up to 2.5 ton, you're able to do that. But at the same time, it's got beautiful amount of accessories and features for your daily drive. All right, we have nobody behind me around here. Let's do a stop start. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, that is not bad at all. You can feel the acceleration, you can feel the power engages, and when you need it, when you put your foot down, it just instant acceleration. The petrol motor will eventually kick in at some point to get the power to send to the wheels. That's satisfying. It's amazing. It's insane as well, to be fair. So going back to the suspension setup, due to the soft and also really nice balanced lifestyle suspension that's you got on this vehicle, you're not going to get much of a noise. You get a little bit bumps, you ride through the bumps, okay, it's not too bad at all. But at the same time, it doesn't have the best payload and towing capacity due to probably just it's a nice setup for the suspension setup. Many other utes on the market will get something like a leaf spring at the back, so it's tough, it's durable, but it can be noisy. At the same time, it's just it's not the most comfortable riding, where this is super comfortable, and this is what you don't expect for a ute like this. It's rugged, it looks boxy, but at the same time really comfy. And we are on HEV, so let's try the pure EV just to see if the petrol motor will kick in. 1, 2, 3, acceleration. Whew. That's still easy. So the petrol motor didn't not engage at all, and all we need to do just press that, and the dual mode EV will just balance the acceleration. It is all really satisfying. Noise level, there's a bit of wind noise on the side, on the windscreen, but tire noise is very minimum. I think the build quality on the doors are just really solid. It's just got a lot more damps for the noise level cancellation. And visibility is not bad at all. I forgot to talk about visibility. Gosh, I was just too excited about this car. Anyway, side mirrors are large. There's a small gap over here to see your blind spot and things like that. So no issue for me at all. Let's go through this big roundabout again and EV mode. See how that goes. Brakes feels good actually. There's a bit of regenerative braking under the brake performance, and you can feel that. When you release the pedal, you can also feel the regenerative braking as well. They're not too harsh, even if this is on the heavy level, by the way. You are able to adjust to standard or heavy, by the way. Oh, the pickup, look at that. I'm just a little bit too fast around corners. I don't think the pedal response is super responsive. I think the pedal response is like a BYD Seal or BYD C-Line 6. Sorry, shouldn't pop that. Yeah, so it's average. It doesn't give you the best, let's say, response on the acceleration, but at the same time, it's pretty good. Like speed pickup, there's no issue whatsoever at all. So let's test the EV acceleration over here. 1, 2, 3. Even that feels good. The first acceleration on the line is really good. And after that, obviously you can feel the EV motor, the torque is just finished, but it's still smooth along the way. There's a little bit whiny noise when you accelerate, but after that, it's just pure satisfaction. This is also one of the videos I think I may be talking too much because I actually really want to get all the facts out. This vehicle was borrowed from Andrew Sims North Shore, so I'm not going to drive this vehicle for a few days to be able to do every single testing, to do every single videos. Hopefully I will be able to get a little bit more of a long-term or long drives to see how it goes. Again, today's video is just on-road. It's not really about off-road at all. But yeah, overall, very satisfying for the first drive. The whole experience is what you never expect on a ute like this, and this vehicle may arguably compete with things like Ford Ranger or Toyota Hilux, Mitsubishi Triton, all those mid-size volume brands, volume sellers. But it's on its own league. It's on its own league until probably the GWM Cannon comes out with a plug-in hybrid. This is just purely on its own. There's nothing gets close to this in terms of ride quality, in terms of how quiet it is in the cabin. At the same time, if you do not want an SUV, if you want the rugged look, you can get the look of the ute, but at the same time you can enjoy how an average SUV would drive on the road, would drive on the surface, and you have no issue at all. And your kids, your family, who is sitting on the passenger on the back, is going to feel as comfortable as majority of the SUVs or 7 seats on the market, to be fair. That's the cool thing about the BYD Shark, and that's what amazes me on the BYD's approach. And for them to come out to do their first ever pickup truck or ute, this is amazing. The whole work is done on this is just absolutely amazing. All right, HEV mode. Let's do acceleration. 1, 2, 3. So you can see, after a couple of seconds, the petrol motor will kick in and will do the work. You can feel the brake at the first travel. You are going to get some regeneration braking, and after that, it is mechanical brake. Whew. The pickup on this car at low torque or low rev is just crazy. Handles okay actually, it's not that bad. The suspension, you are going to feel some bumps here and there. You are going to feel some, like road conditions. but definitely not as bouncy as some other utes on the market. Whenever I drive any other ute, even if the road surface is flat, you're going to get all those small adjustments on the wheels, on the tires, on the suspension, but this feels just really quiet. No doubt, this may not be as comfortable as something like the BYD Line 6, but at the same time, it's really close to the SUV type of steering and suspension compared to any other ute on the market. I'm driving on 50 kilometers under HEV or EV, and I'm getting absolutely no noise. It's just amazing experience. I think that's pretty much all. That's all I wish to talk about the BYD Line 6. Do you like this truck? Do you think this is the best truck on the planet? Let me know in the comment. Personally, I enjoy it so much. It's one of the best experience I've ever driven a ute like this. To have all the power at the same time, to have the comfort, to have the space, and to have all the specification and features inside the vehicle. Overall, it looks rugged, but at the same time, it's just really pleasant to drive and easy to control. On the road, I can't really argue anything that's not perfect about this car. Maybe you can argue the off-road isn't as good as some other ute or four-wheel drive, but man, overall, I'm enjoying this. And that's pretty much all. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you do not forget to subscribe, like. That's the best way to support the channel. As always, I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much.